Pokemon Facts. Hoppips are cute, but don't be fooled by their sunny disposition. These Pokemon are invasive creatures that burrow themselves in your gardens and farms to hoard all the nutrients in the soil. Left to their own device, they'll impede the growth of the other plants and eventually starve them all to death. Early detection is key to saving your crops and gardens. If they show any signs of malnutrition or delaying in growth after doing everything by the book, it's time to suspect that a Hoppip has invaded your soil. Take a rake and scrape any unfamiliar plants in your field. If they twitch or jolt from the pain, get rid of them any way you can. However, trying to uproot them by force is tantamount to wrestling an angry bear. Hoppips are incredibly stubborn and way stronger than they look, so it's almost impossible to physically overwhelm them. If you have a fire-type Pokemon on hand, use them to start small contained fire in the affected areas. And if this method is too inhumane for your sensibility, rent a forklift and dig them out. If they're not spotted in time, Hoppips will eventually turn into skiplooms, which is very bad. Skiplooms no longer have to burrow themselves near your crops to steal their nutrients. They can just do it remotely from distance, like Bluetooth vegetable vampires. They can be anywhere within a fixed distance of 50 meters, and they're quite adept at hiding. And even if you happen to find them, they can just use the petals on their heads like helicopter blades to make their escape. Acquire a Pokemon capable of unleashing long-ranged attacks. Bolster their accuracy, and shoot the skiplooms out of the sky like clay pigeons. Once you see them go down, it's imperative that you search for their remains to confirm their status, because if they're still alive, they can easily restore their health by leaching all the nutrients around them. You can tell where they replenish their HP by locating perfectly blackened circles on the ground. They're often mistaken for crop circles created by alien ships, but that's neither here nor there. What you need to understand is that when skiplooms survive any near-death experience, they become even more powerful. It's absolutely crucial that you take them down in one hit, so there's no chance to recover. So if they survive, well, it's not ideal. Because not only are they more powerful, but they'll want to exact revenge. You can attempt to battle it if you're packing a full set of team, but keep in mind that there's no point unless you can eviscerate them with a single move. Remember, any other damage inflicted can easily be recovered, and healing just makes them stronger. But alas, things only get worse once they evolve into jumpluffs. These creatures are significantly weaker than skiplooms, so it may be tempting to take your frustrations out on it, but this is all by design. They welcome any attempts to touch it, because the dandelions growing out of their bodies contain seeds, which if disturbed through physical contact, can spread and infect all those within their vicinity. These seeds are so tiny that they can't even enter bodies through the pores in their skin. Once inside, the hosts become covered in thousands of tiny buds that sprout all over their bodies. All the water gets transferred directly to the seeds to facilitate their growth, transforming the hosts into dried up husks that eventually collapse into dust. And from the ashes rise another horde of Hoppips, ready to impose their existence upon the world. Forever. I'm a landfill full of failed merch, and this has been another episode of Pokemon Facts. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more factual Pokemon facts. Have a wonderful Pokemon day.